Mark chapter 12 verses 18 to 22. Then some Sadducees who say there is no resurrection came to him. And they asked him, saying, Teacher, Moses wrote to us that if a man's brother dies and leaves his wife behind and leaves no children, his brother should take his wife and raise up offspring for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers. The first took a wife, and dying, he left no offspring. And the second took her, and he died, nor did he leave any offspring. And the third likewise. So the 7 had her, and left no offspring. Last of all, the woman died also. The Sadducees, who only honored the Pentateuch and did not believe in resurrection after death, came to Jesus to lay another trap for him. Deuteronomy chapter 25 verses 5 to 10 outlines levirate marriage. This custom originates from the allotment of land after the Israelites entered the promised land. Each family was given their share of the land and passed this on to their offspring. However, if a man died without a child, his brothers or closest relatives would marry the deceased man's wife so that a son could be born to continue their brother's name and to retain his property. At the same time, the system of levirate marriages also served as a means of protection for widows, a way for them to be financially supported. The Sadducees only brought up the topic of levirate marriage after the resurrection as a way of tripping Jesus up. As you will recall, they didn't even believe in the resurrection. Nevertheless, it's still worth spending some time looking at this ancient system, as there is much we can learn from it. I'd like to focus on its application to the protection of the least in any society. In politically corrupt countries, the government enacts laws to safeguard those who have wealth and power in order to maintain their privileged position. Even though it's a lengthy and complicated process, we should push for other systems to be put in place, ones that will protect the weakest members of our societies. The same principle can be applied in our homes, churches, schools, and workplaces. In any organization or institution, there are people who do not have the means to resist oppression or prejudice. How can we protect them from injustice? For example, how can children be safeguarded against abuse and favoritism at home and school? If you are a leader and a position to exercise power, I suggest thinking seriously about this matter. God wants us to protect and assist the least among us. Ultimate equality can only exist in a utopian society, but we can certainly aim to be closer to this idea. I hope you can find some time today to think about those around you who need support. Why not extend your kindness and love to them and make their lives a little easier and happier?